I'm feeling nervous, but excited at the same time. You don't have to go easy on me. Twirly Whirly and team have weathered plenty of tough challenges already, and they know how to put up a good fight. So you and your shroom buddies can give it your all.
Well then, prepare for battle, Layla and Twirly! Use your happy, clappy water balloons, Boglehead! Gently, of course.
Hang in there, Twirly. You can still do this. Oh, shoot. We lost. But you and the gang put on the best show I've seen so far, Twirly Whirly. That was a real blast. I loved it. Thank you all. Twirly Whirly and I went out with a bang. Any other opponent, and we might be feeling a little disappointed right now, but we were definitely beaten by the best.
You did really well too, you know. Felt like we were one wrong move away from a very mushy bongo. Just letting the fungi do their thing and enjoying the match with no pressure to win, it was a good feeling. If only every match could be as carefree as that. Meanwhile, Miko's busy duking it out with Hania. Oh, Paimon's so nervous for her. Let's go see how she's doing. Huh? It's over already? And why is the atmosphere so heavy? Does this mean Miko won?
Your match is over too? You took your time. I'm assuming it was a close call.
You sound way too relaxed for someone who just fought in the semifinals. Bet it was a walk in the park, huh?
Yes, ours was as far from a close call as you could get. All it took was a few short, sharp strikes for Blitzara and I to be beaten by Hania.
Huh?
What? You think this is funny? Am I a joke to you?
Far from it, Hania. I know full well how serious you are about all this, from your ironclad determination to annihilate an entire species. How would I ever dare mock you? That said, if you continue down this path and find that it leads somewhere quite different from what you had hoped, what will become of that ironclad determination then? I look forward to finding out.
That's not your concern.
Running away so soon?
Miss Yai lost the match, but why is Hania the one who seemed upset?
The situation gets more interesting with each development. Blitzara injured Pyro 1 soon after the match started, and Hania was clearly quite distressed. I simply pointed out that she's still deceiving herself, and her defenses began breaking down. She's more fragile than I'd imagined.
You mean Hania isn't as heartless as she tries to make herself out to be? So she does care about Pyro 1, but she didn't mean to show it in front of you.
Right answer. Now's our chance to get through to her. You, my little friends, are the only ones who can get her back onto the right path.
But Hania's long gone now. Where should we look for her?
Well, right now, I'm sure she must be wondering what it is that has made her suddenly start doubting herself after all this time. The answer lies with the three of you. I'm sure you all know where she's gone to.
The place where I first met the traveler in Paimon?
Good point. It was when Layla mentioned her plan to bring her shroom buddies back home with her that Hania's mood suddenly changed. Layla, it seems like you're onto something. Let's catch up with Hania and set things straight.
You should stay here, little Layla. I understand that you want to help Hania, but she's not the kind of person you're good at dealing with. Leave it to them this time.
That's true. And if I said something that struck a nerve again, I'd only make things worse. Plus, you guys move pretty fast. If I tag along, I'd probably need to stop and gather my strength every 10 minutes.
Well, what are you waiting for, little one? Oh, my, you've been busier than I thought. In return, I give you a blessing from me. Good luck. I'll share my thoughts the next time we meet.
Hania should be around here somewhere. Pyro 1 follows her everywhere. We should be able to track her down through its elemental traces. Search the area with elemental sight.
How did you find me here?
We followed Pyro 1's tracks. We're a little worried about you. Wait a second. Are you comforting Pyro 1?
The irony, I know. And I'd probably be enjoying it if Pyro 1 were any other animal than a fungi. The next time we meet will be in the finals. Whatever you have to say, save it for if you beat me. The Fox Lady said you might say that. You're pure of heart, kind, and believe the best in things. You wouldn't understand if I tried to explain. So here, read this.
What is it?
These are my ancestors' records. They were attacked by a horde of fungi in the rainforest. Many people were seriously injured. There was nothing exceptional about this incident at the time, and it certainly never made it into any official records. But my family have been reading it to me since I was a child, constantly warning me of the grave threat that fungi pose to us.
So, that's what happened. Oh, no wonder you're so hostile towards fungi. Yeah, and anyway, doesn't your family's experience make this tournament all the more meaningful? The Wisdom Orb finally means that humans and fungi can live in peace together.
It's not as simple as turning bad fungi into nice fungi with the Wisdom Orb. Plenty of scholars have experimented with similar things in my village in the past, but every one of them failed, gave up, and moved on. Even this new Wisdom Orb can only suppress the fungi's aggressive nature temporarily. Without this device, they're still extremely dangerous creatures. On top of that, the orb's intellectual boost makes the fungi unnaturally strong. Too much elemental energy in one place is not a good idea, especially for people in poor shape already. If you've got a sensitive constitution and you start using a Wisdom Orb, you're gonna start experiencing symptoms pretty quickly.
Wait, Layla's been coughing a lot lately. Could that be because of the Wisdom Orb?
As you'll be well aware by now, all Caltilia cares about is his precious research. He just wants to expand his influence and increase the profile of the Beast Tamer event. Meanwhile, Alhingen's taking advantage of the situation. Impressed by Cautilia's research, he invested a huge sum into promoting the tournament, consequently lowering everyone's guard against the fungi. I don't trust either of them, period. I don't believe highly aggressive creatures like the fungi can coexist with humans. But I'm just another retired mercenary, so who's gonna listen to me? All I can do is play by their rules until victory is mine. Then I'll fight for the outcome I'm hoping for, and keep them from getting their way. I initially had a sliver of hope that you might help me in my endeavors. Guess that was pretty naive of me. But it doesn't matter what you think about all this, or what you think of me. I'm going to beat you, and then there will be nothing you can do to stop me. This notebook is just a relic from my past now. Do whatever you want with it, because come the day of the final, I'm going to declare the execution of all fungi, including Pyro 1. It's time to say goodbye to the past.
That didn't go as planned. Well, there's only one option left. We gotta defeat Hania in the final match! Didn't Hania mention something about other researchers in the past trying to stop the damage caused by fungi too? There should be more information in this notebook. Let's take a look. Like research notes. Guess Hania's ancestors kept them after the scholars left. Whew. This section looks super complicated. The handwriting is really bad, and there are too many technical terms. Paimon can't make heads or tails of this. Wait, some of these look familiar, though. Oh, that's right. We saw them on the documents Dory gave us. All right, let's put them side by side, go through carefully, and try to figure out what's written in these notes. A capturing device and a withering potion. So that's how it went down. The fungi only attacked Hania's ancestors because of what that potion did to them. And then the researchers built that device to try and capture the angry fungi. Also, if floral jelly is just an improved version of the withering potion, and the wisdom orb isn't Cautilia's invention either, he's basically giving someone else's invention a new name and passing them off as his own. He's a big fat liar! Why is Cautilia so eager to get people to use the wisdom orb anyway? We gotta warn Elhingen. He needs to stop bankrolling Cautilia right away! As for Hania, she has no idea that the fungi only attacked her ancestors because they were under the potion's influence. No wonder she holds it against them. Oh, don't worry, Bongo Head. Paimon knows you're not gonna turn evil because of some floral jelly. You stayed a very good fungus even after we turned off the wisdom orb. Whoa! You can understand what Paimon's saying? Oh, wow! You're getting smarter! Huh? Since when? Oh, Paimon didn't even notice. Does that mean Bongo Head is hanging out with us by choice right now? The fungi aren't gonna lose control this time. Some fungi understand people and just want to get along, like Bongo Head here. Oh, Ania did make one good point, though. The Wisdom Orb has its limits. As long as that's the case, fungi won't be able to live with humans forever. Paimon was really hoping Bongo Head could join us for the rest of our journey. Isn't there a way? Yeah, it's a shame, but it seems like there's no other choice. We still have some time before the final. Should we report Cautilia to the Academia? True. For him to have made it this far, he must have been planning for a long time. If he caught wind of our plans to expose him, he'd definitely be wary of us. Whatever else happens, we have to give it our all on the day of the final. Let's beat Hania and knock some sense into her. Then we should get Elhingid to help us expose Cautilia for the fraud he is!
Ladies and gentlemen, after some fierce competition in the round so far, we arrive at long last at the final of the Nilut Pala Cup. It's time to find out who is the very best beast tamer of all, Hania or the Traveler. If the winner of the final round makes it through the ultimate trial, they will acquire my entire fortune. It will then be their responsibility to continue hosting this tournament into the future and to promote the philosophy of peaceful coexistence throughout all of Tivat.
Huh. Cautilia isn't here today. Oh, this is our chance. After the final match and the ultimate trial, we'll go tip off Elhingen and confront Cautilia head-on! Nico? Layla? You're here!
Much as I expected. The insufferable research maniac has exposed his true colors to our two protagonists. You seem to be edging ever closer to the truth. Holding off on reporting Cautilia to the Academia seems like a sensibly cautious decision at this stage. Who's to say if Cautilia, or indeed anyone else for that matter, is really who they appear to be?
Yeah, we can't afford to let our guards down now. We gotta fight Hania first, the strongest beast tamer out there. And we still have no idea what we're in for with Elhingen's ultimate trial. Oh, how are we gonna get through to Hania, though?
The answer should be quite obvious by now, surely. Take all of our fungi and defeat her fair and square. Force her to let go of her stubborn attitude and listen to the truth.
I believe in you guys. I know you'll be able to get her to come around.
Ah, yeah! Bongo Head, Twirly Whirly, and Pizzara! The tightest power trio in all of Shroomdom! With your powers combined, winning this final will be easier than taking a radish from a hilly churl!
The day has finally arrived, Traveler and Paimon. I warned you not to get emotionally attached to the fungi. You have to treat them as your pawns. But it seems like you haven't changed one bit. In which case, this match will be a short one.
Yeah! When we send Bongo Head and buddies into action, it's like clockwork, and we ain't about to stop ticking!
Time to show you how a real beast tamer fights. Your feeble strategy will be your undoing. Go, Pyro 1!
Let's use to maximize water bubble!
It's time. Torch 'em all! Don't worry, Pyro 1. They're about to reach their limit. Pyro 1, why did you hold back?
Don't blame Pyro 1, Hania, and don't force yourself to do something you don't want to. You started having second thoughts when Pyro 1 got injured during the semifinals, didn't you? You never met a well-matched opponent until you fought Miko, and now us had you. So you never had to put Pyro 1 or any of your other fungi in danger before. When you saw one of your fungi get injured for the first time, you realized you felt compassion for it.
Compassion? You really think I feel anything for these fungi?
Hania, you grew up listening to terrible tales about the horrors of fungi. Paimon completely understands how they made you feel. But that doesn't mean that you should just treat a buddy who stands by you here as your arch enemy. You won't be able to lie to yourself forever. We fight off fierce fungi all the time, and we always used to think of them as monsters too. The whole reason we entered this tournament is because we didn't want fungi causing any trouble. But after meeting Bongo Head, we realized that if you just give them some time and treat them well, the gentler fungi will get to know you and treat you like their friends. At the very least, treat fungi like they're on your side, not as your pawns and certainly not as your enemy. Please, learn to trust Pyro 1 and your other fungi friends.
Enough! Don't patronize me. In case you've forgotten, this match isn't over yet.
Alright, use Super Splash to the face and defeat Hania once and for all.
Pyro 1, release the explosion! you're truly made of. I failed. Just before the most important step of all, I failed. You two, you were the only ones who could stop me. But how when your mindset is so childish?
Hania, as we agreed, you have to hear us out now that we've won. But let's put that aside for now. Can we bring Pyro 1 along for the ultimate trial?
Pyro 1? You want to take it with you?
Yep. We want to pass the ultimate trial with everyone's fungi side by side. Bongo Head, Twirly Whirly, Blitzara, and Pyro 1. We looked through your notebook that day after we spoke to you, and it cleared up a lot of things. You're right to be concerned about the dangers of fungi, up to a point. Wisdom orbs come with health risks to some people. This tournament shouldn't have been promoted so widely, and there are limits to how closely fungi and humans can coexist in general. However, by making constant improvements to the Wisdom Orb and using it for friendly communication with the fungi, we can figure out which are the nice ones and gradually learn more about them.
Fine, if that's what you want. I lost, so I don't get to call the shots. And I guess Pyro 1 would rather be with someone who actually cares about it.
Cheer up, Hania. I'm sure you mean a lot to Pyro 1. We have more important stuff we gotta tell you after the ultimate trial. That's right! You'll see things differently after you know the story. Paimon just knows it.
I just had to say, what a magnificent duel. A battle between competing philosophies, as well as a showdown between two top beast tamers.
Alhingen? What are you doing in the arena?
Why, I'm here to witness the final duel and the winner's spectacular performance in the ultimate trial. How could I possibly miss such a milestone moment in this tournament's history? Come now, Traveler, Paimon, it's time to prove yourselves. I have no doubt that you'll play a significant role in bringing this tournament to a whole new level.
What's going on here? Why are the Fatui everywhere? Alhingen, the arena's been taken over by bad guys. We'll deal with them. Get yourself to safety. Wait a second. Where is the exit?
The Traveler is correct. Nothing gets past you, does it? In which case, I presume you planned for this eventuality, no?
Wait, this is all wrong. Isn't this the ultimate trial? Cautilia's supposed to be the villain. He was just using this tournament for his own agenda, and he tricked you into sponsoring him.
Not far off. You're right about Cautilia's motivations. This started when he discovered a promising use for a forgotten technology. So I bought his loyalty and organized this tournament to expand the reach of his technology. Though I must say, I never expected a prize catch like yourself to take the bait so eagerly.
So, you weren't being fooled by Cautilia. It was you using him! This whole time you were just another lousy Fatui! Oh, now Paimon's mad! So much for warning you about Cautilia! Boglehead, get him!
Oh, look at you! I've got chills down my spine. But I'm afraid that's not happening.
Twirly Whirly, Blitzara, Pyro 1! What's going on?
Cautilia added a handy little back door in the wisdom orbs. As soon as I send the command, all fungi under their control report to me instead.
So, this whole tournament, it was just an elaborate ploy to get other people to capture fungi for you! And now you're gonna make them all into your evil minions!
Very impressive. You hit all the key notes there. I hold the tournament a few times, build up an army of fungi living amongst the people, and then I can create all kinds of damage. You have to understand, this is a huge opportunity for me. My accomplishments will eclipse those of my other comrades. And then, my dear Master Dottore, who left because of you, will finally realize that I can still be worth something to him. But now, I think I might go one step further. Getting rid of you would be doing a major service for all the Fatui, from the foot soldiers to the harbingers. And this could be a career-making moment for me. I'll finally earn Master Dottore's respect. I'll just say it was a tragic accident. You placed too much trust in the fungi, tried to push past the limits, and ended up causing the whole arena to collapse, with you still inside. Once this domain's sealed off, no one will ever find you. I'll have Cautilia assume all liability and criminal charges, then inform the Academia. After that, I'll invest even more into this tournament, in the name of honoring your memory. I'll promote it harder. The competitions will be bigger and more frequent.
You selfish, double-crashing monster! How could you? Paimons are just about enough from you, mister! You'll never get away with this. What are we gonna do? You don't have any weapons on you, and our shroom buddies won't respond to us anymore!
Take your time! Pit fungi against fungi, and warriors against warriors. I want the Traveler to see her buddy being destroyed. Then, once her faith is utterly shattered, put her out of her misery, quickly and painlessly. I accept that our actions thus far have not been beyond reproach. But at least we can give the Traveler the ceremonious final farewell that they deserve.
Go ahead, use your something, anything, water balloon, wake everyone up! Are you okay?
This isn't right. I've activated the backdoor command 3 times now on the floating hydrofungus. Why is it still obeying the Traveler? Is Cautilia's device malfunctioning?
Oh dear, the poor thing still hasn't realized. The technology in the Wisdom Orb does make fungi more obedient to their beast tamers, but all it does to achieve this is suppress some of their basic instincts, allowing them to communicate with their owner as effectively as any other animal. The trust that these 4 fungi place in their beast tamers and the bond they now share have grown stronger than the Wisdom Orb.
Yai, Miko! You broke the domain sealing spell?
Please, you thought your crude replicas could keep me out? You appear to have woefully underestimated who you're dealing with. Not to mention that shoddily designed backdoor command. Did you honestly believe that no one would notice the litany of vulnerabilities in your grand plan?
Curses!
Miko, Layla, and Hania too!
Oh, hang in. So this was all you're doing! Whatever threat the fungi might pose, your nefarious ambitions are the true menace here!
Come on, Miss Yai. Let's go help them.
Easy now, Layla. All that's left for us to do now is to watch and wait. the bond of companionship is not something so easily severed by the designs or devices of humans. Blitzara, you haven't completed your mission yet. You're not thinking of giving up now, are you?
Huh? Look! Blitzara's back to normal!
Is this the moment Miss Yai said we were waiting for? Twirly Whirly, I believe in you. Take this crook down.
The backdoor command is wearing off! They're all returning to normal!
Still doubting what your heart tells you, Hania? You're afraid. Afraid to accept that the fungus you treated as a pawn now trusts you completely. Because then you'll be forced to face your true feelings, which you have been trying so desperately to escape from. But don't keep your fungus waiting much longer. Look, now that it's no longer under the Wisdom Orb's control, it's waiting for your orders.
Pyro 1, are you really waiting for me? I'm sorry. I've been so harsh on you, but you still trust me. Go. Do what you have to do.